Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man. I kind of spoke on this on the live. The one I did right after the Haney fight, the vertical live. You're like, what's a vertical live, CJ? It's the live stream where use your phone and you set it up like this instead of that way. Is, you know, it's a new feature, and YouTube usually pushes new features where you get more views, so it's good to kind of change the time. I didn't feel like going to my computer, so I just did the live stream from my bed. I just did the live stream from my bed. So but yeah, so apparently people were saying the Zone said Devin Haney had to vacate the WBC, which if that's the case, it made no sense for him to make the weight. All right? And people are like, well, how is Devin Haney still how is Devin Haney still the champion? You know what I'm saying? And the reason he's still the champion is because, you know, people say, well, he lost. You know, what's so funny is people were acting like Ryan Garcia didn't blow the weight by 3 pounds. You know what I'm saying? They got rules and regulations for making weight for a reason. And people acting like, oh, 3 pounds wasn't a lot, or 3 pounds is nothing. It doesn't matter. He still beat Devin Haney. That's a huge advantage. And Devin Haney had to take the weight cut. He had to use the weight cut. People don't understand how detrimental cutting weight is. Like I said before, what you got to understand, a lot of these audiences out here in boxing are true casuals. They're true casuals. So when you start talking about weight, you know, and you had to ask yourself, if Ryan Garcia didn't honor nothing else in this fight, why would he honor the weight? And you know, and I blame that on the Haneys. I blame that on the Haneys. Arrogance. That was arrogance. You know, and I rock with him, but I gotta call a spade a spade. They knew he wasn't gonna make weight. At the press conference, they said it. But Devin Haney bargaining chip through all this as being a WBC champion. He made the weight, came in a lot weaker. So people counter to this is this. This is what people say. Well, you know, Devin Haney blew up to 165 pounds versus Regis Prograis. That's illegal. Show me where it's illegal. Well, you know, in the IBF, when IBF changed that rule too. They changed it for Canelo. Canelo basically said if they unifying belts, if you unify another belt with the IBF, the rehydration clause go out the window. So when you hear Richardson Hitchison hating ass say, well, you never fight him under that, these niggas don't even know the rules of boxing. Think about that. I was watching, it was an NFL game where one of the teams in the playoffs didn't know the overtime rule. They didn't know the overtime rule. They said, we didn't even know the overtime. It was the 49ers. We didn't even know the overtime rule versus Patrick Mahomes. You're like, man, are you serious? So you got a lot of these guys who don't know the rules. Right? And that's cool, whatever. You know? Everybody feel like they vindicated because Devin Haney lost. That's fine. But if we gonna keep a spade, 3 pounds is a lot of weight. Therefore, the WBC no longer sanctioned the fight. Now, I don't know if they still took their motherfucking money, but it was no longer a sanctioned fight. It was a welterweight fight. Basically, Devin Haney was fighting at welterweight at junior welterweight. And the last couple times I remember this happening, where people blew off the weight, the one time this time that reminded me of this the most was Oscar Valdez, and I think it was Scott Quigg. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Quigg broke his motherfucking jaw. Quigg came in heavy. Valdez, he ended up winning the fight, thugging it out. But that took years off his career, and it took years off his life. Right? And it's your fault. You choose to go into the fight. You didn't put a rehydration clause on him. You know, people say, well, you know, if he put a rehydration clause on him, wouldn't Devin Haney have to? No, he wouldn't have to. Devin Haney made the weight. You put the rehydration clause on the guy who don't make the weight. That's where that come in at. If you don't make the weight, then you got to weigh in again. But they took the money, just like they thought it was going to be an easy win. Oh, Ryan can have the advantage. We so much better than Ryan. They took the money. They wanted the clout. They wanted the clout so bad. I don't want to say clout. They wanted the notoriety so bad for fighting Ryan Garcia that logic went out the window. It wasn't emotion. It was a chase to be number one. It was a chase to get the notoriety. It was a chase to show the fans, the haters, that they the best, and they did it. But when you don't make the weight, when one fighter don't make the weight, the fighter's off. Now, if Devin didn't make the weight, he would no longer be champion. But it was not a 140-pound fight. Now, people will say, well, Grimo Rigondeaux, he fought Lomachenko at a different weight class and they stripped him. Well, we know what that was about. Cubans are the scum of the scum in boxing. And that's just what it is. I'm not saying I believe that. I like a lot of Cuban fighters. But they treat Cubans like the lowest level of class in boxing. I don't know if it's because of their dominance in the amateurs or whatever the 411 is, but they treat them like scum, unfortunately. And the Zone put up a graphic apparently telling everybody, which, like I said, this is a boxing network that makes this type of mistake, that the WBC was vacant. Now, how would the WBC be vacant? If they both miss weight. Now, if Devin missed weight and Ryan made weight, Ryan would still be able to win the title. That's crazy, right? But Devin keeps the title because it's no longer a 140-pound fight. So it's as simple as that. And what's so crazy is, if you know the rules, if you know the sport of boxing, despite what the Zone say, you know that was wrong. That just lets you know how many people don't know the sport of boxing, don't know the rules, don't know shit about the sport, but then they be in your comment section talking big shit. And you know what's so funny? I've never had so many people to request to come on the show. Oh, I want to come on. Hold on. When I say y'all want to come on, we talk about anything else. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody want to come on. That shit like, hell no. Now y'all want to come. Niggas I ain't never seen before want to come. Oh, let me come on the show. Like, who are you? Let me come on. You ain't never asked to come up here before. So like I said, when you ignore what the truth is and the facts are, just say, oh, the nigga lost. I don't like the nigga. These niggas live in emotion, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. So when you arguing with fanboys and trolls and niggas on boxing forum, man, you arguing, you would be better off arguing with a bot. You'll be better off arguing with a bot. Hear me out. You'll be off better arguing with a bot. Shit, you'll be better off arguing with a thought. Real spill. You arguing with people who don't know boxing. You arguing with people, if they fighter was to lose, they would not show up. They be disappearing, changing handle names, having Negro spirituals. Water still my king. First thing after the fight, I went live. Now that I speak on the weight, absolutely, because it, like Timothy Bradley said, that's a huge disadvantage. But most of y'all don't care. Well, Ryan fought Tank beat him. The Tank beat a drain version of him. They got it before. They got a Haney Ryan picture versus Ryan and Tank picture. I thought that shit was doctored. It was real. Put it up on the live yesterday from Google Pictures. Put up another one, but people who ain't never lost a pound seem to know about weight and cutting weight, and who ain't never competed, ain't never made a freshman team, ain't never made a G League team, a B team, a C team, a D team. It's crazy, ain't it? They got all this opinion. They never made the Z team. That's wild to me. But hey, like I continue to say about the situation, bro, he's still the champ. I mean, will he continue to still to be the champ? You know, allegedly he got a broken jaw. And for basically what Tom was alluding at, because Tom came on a live Sunday afternoon. Basically what he was alluding to, that the jaw's broken. I'm just going to read between the lines. Allegedly the jaw's broken. It happened to Valdez too when he fought overweight Scott Quigg. Correct me if I'm wrong. Weight matters, bro. Weight class matter. Making weight matter. It's not a small thing. No matter if you think you so much better than him, it matters. Don't forget that. In the boxing ring, it matters. In the street, hey man, you can probably beat the average bigger guy. Pause. Most of these niggas is out of shape. You know, they can't fight. That's different. In a boxing ring, these niggas train. So if you killing yourself to make weight all camp, and one guy ain't killing himself, he comes to make weight, that's all the advantage in the world. In the heavyweight division, it's pretty much the same. You had Wilder at 40, 50, 60 pound disadvantage versus a man. But just because people didn't like Wilder, logic went out the window. Like I'm telling y'all, when people make it up in their mind today, these dudes out here, I can't even call them these males out here, especially in this boxing universe and this sports stuff, they are women, bro. They males. For the most part, they think like women. They live in emotion. And then when these dudes win the fight, it's like, he was supposed to win, or I mean, he trash still, and they can't give niggas credit. That's why people like Canelo don't take chances no more. Because if you take a chance, it's still never gonna be good enough. He's still gonna be criticized if he ran by an inch or a country mile. So I understand that, and I say that, and I say, man, he acting like a bitch ass nigga. But I will bring that up. Like, I see why. But hey, it is what it is, man. Thumbs up the video. Check out the Box News playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on Instagram, X, Facebook, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. I'll be unveiling the Patreon later. Well, y'all should see it by now. But I'm shooting for Monday afternoon. I got one more video to do for Goodfella TV, Patreon version. And I explain it in the video format so y'all know it. Appreciate y'all. Peace.